14.2.4 Unification, individual. It specifies how you want to set welding conditions. Unification, specify a current value, then voltage set value is automatically selected from the welding table. Individual, specify current and voltage values individually. 14.2.5 Welding conditions. Welding conditions can be set easily by selecting a set of conditions from the weld condition table if the weld condition table is previously prepared. You can register up to 50 sets of welding conditions to the weld condition table. Arc set specifies welding conditions at the arc start. Crater specifies welding conditions at crater welding, i.e. at the arc end. Note the number of weld condition tables for each of welder characteristics. Welder number 1 to number 5 is factory set to 10 at shipment. In weld condition tables 1 to 5, welding conditions are preset. In weld condition tables 6 to 10, zeros, O, are preset. To change the number of weld condition tables, use System Data Adjustment, Dialog box, System greater than set greater than Management Settings. Its setting range is 1 to 50. For details, please refer to Section 13.2 System Data Adjustment of this document. 14.2.6 Inching speed. It is to set the speed of wire inching, to feed wire little by little, operated using the teach pendant. The wire inching operation starts at preset low speed. After the lapse of preset changeover, the wire inching is executed at the preset high speed. High specifies the inching speed after the preset changeover time. TAWERS 0.01 to plus 25.0 m per minute. Others 1 to plus 255 low specifies the inching speed from the start until the preset changeover time. TAWERS 0.01 to plus 25.0 m per minute. Others 1 to plus 255 changeover time specifies the length of time from the start to switch the inching speed from low to high. Note the set value for low must be smaller than or the same as the set value for high. Select a number arc welding machine settings. 206 OM1009082E17. 14.2.7 Arc retry. It is a function to be used if the welding machine failed to generate an arc at arc start. The robot automatically shifts its position to retry arc start action. Register conditions for the arc retry operation to each table. A registered data table number is specified in teach settings. Restart specifies whether to use this function, valid, or not, invalid. Arc detect time specifies how long, in seconds, the robot will wait before retrying the arc start after the arc start error. 0.1 to 9.9 sec retry count specifies how many times the robot will retry the arc start action. 1 to 9 jog specifies the shift amount the robot makes before retrying an arc start. 0.0 to 9.9 mm return speed specifies the speed when the robot returns to the original arc start point after arc retry. 0.1 to 9/9 m per minute retract time specifies the Y retract time when the arc start error occurs. 0.1 to 9.9 s asterisk Y retraction is executed based on the preset weld current. 14.2.8 Stick release. It is a function to cut the wire automatically if the wire sticks to the base metal at the arc end. Use this dialog box to register a stick release condition data to the table. Restart specifies whether to use this function, valid, or not, invalid. Current specifies the wire fusing current. 1 to 350, voltage specifies the wire fusing voltage. 1.0 to 50.0 V, weld time, T1, specifies the length of wire fusing time. 0.0 to 9.9 S, wait unstick, T2, specifies the length of time to wait before starting wire stick check. 0.1 to 9.9 S. Retract wire, specifies whether to retract the wire by 2 to 3 mm before checking wire stick, valid, or not, invalid. 14.2.9 Wire auto retract. It is a function to retract welding wire automatically after completing welding operation, which shortens the wire extension. With a little play in the wire extension, it is possible to prevent excess wire extension at the next weld start. Wire rewind condition, current, coefficient of motor revolution, 0 to 999, time, motor retraction time, 0.01 to 2.00 S. Select a number arc welding machine settings. OM10090882E17207. 14.2.10 Weld start settings. It is a function to register arc start settings to the table. Specify the table number in the Teach Settings dialog box, then the table number is registered as the argument of arc on command. Arc retry specifies an arc retry table number. None. 1 to 5, set 0, 0, for no arc retry operation. For weld start setting tables 1 to 5, arc retry is factory set to arc retry table numbers 1 to 5 respectively at shipment. 14.2.11 Weld end settings. It is a function to register arc end settings to the table. Specify the table number in the Teach Settings dialog box, then the table number is registered as the argument of arc off command. Stick release specifies a stick release table number. None. 1 to 5, set 0, 0, for no stick release operation. For weld end setting tables 1 to 5, stick release is factory set to stick release table numbers 1 to 5 respectively at shipment. Wire auto retract specifies which wire auto retract table to apply. None. 1 or 2, set, none, not to apply the wire auto retract function. It is factory set to, none, to the weld end settings tables 1 to 5 at shipment. 14.2.12 Restart overlap. A function to automatically move backward a little bit before restarting welding operation to overlap weld bead at restart operation after stopping in the middle of welding operation. Overlap length specifies distance to move backward, 1 to 50 mm. Return speed specifies speed of backward movements. Overlap error specifies whether to stop, hold, or continue operation in case of the following conditions. The robot reaches a teaching point by executing preset backward movement. Before restarting operation, the robot is moved to a teaching point using trace operation. Arc welding machine settings. 208 OM10090882E17. 14.2.13 Tip change time. A function to specify tip replacement conditions, such as arc time, number of arc starts and number of program starts, to determine the time to replace the tip and to inform an operator when the time comes. When the tip change time comes, a weld error, W0320, weld error, please replace the tip, occurs. Hold, set to, valid, to bring the robot to an error stop when the tip change time comes. Set to, invalid, to output to the specified output terminal number when the tip change time comes. Arc time, welding time, 0 hour 0 minute to 99 hour 59 minute, arc start count, the number of arc starts. 0 to 99,999 times, program start count, the number of program starts executed while running the specified program. Called programs of the specified program is included if any. 0 to 999 times, program name, name of the target program of the program start count. Out no. An output terminal number that is turned on when the tip change time comes. Reset in no. An input terminal number to reset the counter of the tip change time monitor to 0 when the tip change time comes. Supplementary notes greater than the reset input is processed even without getting to the time for tip replacement. 14.2.14 Weld Monitor, G3 only. It is a function to monitor whether the actual welding conditions are within the proper range of the welding conditions specified by the robot. The function is useful to maintain quality. Current, upper and lower limits of monitoring current, 50 to plus 50, voltage, upper and lower limits of monitoring voltage, minus 5.0 to plus 5.0, V, monitor invalidity time, delay time provided not to monitor until the arc becomes stable, after detecting the current, delay time from current detection to monitoring start. 0.0 to 9.9 s, after changing the condition, delay time from when welding condition is changed to when monitoring is started. 0.0 to 9.9 s, out no. An output terminal number to be turned on when an actual welding condition exceeds the monitoring range. Arc welding machine settings. OM10090882E17209. 14.2.15 Display weld condition, TAWERS only. It is to specify how welding conditions, amperage and voltage, sent from the welding machine are displayed on the teach pendant. Display data, update in real time. When welding is not in execution, the amperage and voltage indicators show 0. Retain main welding data. After welding operation, the amperage and voltage indicators show the latest main welding data. Display low pulse condition, specifies whether to display the low pulse welding condition, A condition and B condition. This setting item needs to be set to valid, if you would like to use override function. 14.2.16 Pulse settings. It specifies the pulse control method of the applied pulse welding machine. 14.2.17 Flying start. This function allows the robot to execute a sequence command a little before it reaches the arc start point or arc end point to reduce attack time. Flying start specifies whether to use this function, valid, or not, invalid. Arc start, selected to execute the flying start. Then specifies flying start time, that is, how many seconds ahead of reaching the arc start point the robot executes the sequence. 0.00 to 2.00 s, only pre-flow, selected to turn on the gas only before reaching the arc start point. Then specifies flying start time, that is, how many seconds ahead of reaching the arc start point the robot turns on the gas. 0.00 to 2.00 s, arc end, specifies how many seconds ahead of reaching the arc end point the robot executes the sequence. 0.00 to 2.00 s less than supplementary notes greater than, if the flying start setting time is even before reaching the torque point 1 point before the arc start point, the flying start or pre-flow actually is executed at the torque point 1 point before the arc start point. In case that only pre-flow is applied, if hold and then restart is applied during welding operation, the gas is turned on first, then arc on sequence is executed after a preset wait time. Hybrid hard mode, soft mode. Arc, torch, arc, torch, arc, torch. Note greater than some errors may be observed depending on the applied configuration. Arc welding machine settings. 210 OM10090